So next chapter will be chapter 11, that is cell concepts in the shop floor. So what is a cell? Say for example, there is a part and there is a turning operation and then milling operation and then reaming operation and then finishing operation and then dispatch. So this is a process for this particular product. So if we arrange these operation in a cell in a in a in a sequence of arrangement, then the flow of material will be very good. Then the output also will increase, as well as with the less time we'll get the output. So cell is an arrangement of machine resources to run the operation one after the other in order to get the output very faster rate as well as within the less time. So this is a cell concept. So let us see in an example. So in this example, this is operation 1 and operation 2, operation 3, operation 4, operation 5, 6, 7. Then 7 is the final process for the product. So this particular product in a batch, it goes after 1, it travels again, from 2 it travels. So in this example, there are many motions which is included in the movement of the product. Therefore, the output will be less. And after implementing the cell concept, what they have done is they arrange the process in the order of operations. So in this case, the output will be more, as well as we will get the output within the less time. So next, systems in the shop floor. So what are system? A system is a sequence of activity that is followed by everyone without missing any steps. So next is tool storage concept. So all the tools in the production system, we need to store in such a way that there will not be any damage to the tool, and most preferably we use wooden material because it is a corrosion resistant, and it will not change the property of the tool. Why tool storage implementation is very important? Because the tools are forming the product, so we need to store it in a very particular way. Next chapter, PDCA cycle. PDCA cycle. So P stands for plan, do, D stands for do, C for check and act. So why we use PDCA cycle? So this PDCA cycle was invented by Edward Demings. And what is this PDCA cycle? For any activity that we are performing in any project or any activity, we can use this cycle. First, we shall plan the activity, who has to do, how much time, what are the resources required, and when to purchase, etc. And then we'll going to perform the activity as per the plan. After performing the activity, we will monitor it, we will check it whether the activity that we have performed as went as per the plan. So after checking, if there is something any not okay, so what we will do, we'll take actions again, we'll plan for the next trial or something. So in this way, we're using this plan to check act, we will execute an activity or a project very neatly. So next chapter, what is quality? It is a measure of excellence of a product in its performance and sustainability. So what is excellence? Excellence. So excellence is nothing but how well it is the product, how well it is user friendly. So performance is a functionality, and the performance shall sustain in the field. That's very important. So in terms of form, fit and function, what is form? The shape of the product, the dimension, specification, etc. Fit is it is well assembled, and function is functioning well. So this is a definition of quality. Next chapter, stratification. So what is stratification? So we are going to collect the data by dividing the categories in order to find out the where is the problem. Say for example, crack has come suddenly in a product. You don't know where is the problem. So what do? You collect machine wise, machine A, machine B. So machine wise, when you collect the data, machine A is same, machine A is producing okay and machine B is producing not okay. Then you found out machine B is a problem. So this is where stratification. You can stratify. Stratification helps us to find where is the problem. So when to use in different shifts, we can use days of the week, we can use supplier wise, we can do stratification, machine wise, we can do stratification. So next is chapter 17. So we're going to see two key tests in chapter 17. In order to find a significant parameter for dimension or defect.